Uh, okay. Let's hope that actually works this time. OBS says I'm streaming. It says I'm live. There is elapsed time now. Okay. I like where this is going. I don't think it's supposed to be yellow, though. Maybe that's why it didn't work last time. But I think now it's actually doing it, right? No, that's still the dumb 2-second one. I am live though, right? I ain't I ain't I ain't doing this unless I'm actually alive. Yes. Okay. 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 All right. I'm not. That's a bad idea. I shouldn't actually do that. Um. So basically, this stream, I did another stream where I did listings of Star Wars characters, but watching back on it, I feel like for the most part, my opinion has changed a bit, and I didn't really feel like I did it proper justice. Um, so I wanted to redo it, and I've actually got some guys right here, and instead of using the notepad, I wanted to use something a little more nice to look at. So for the people that we're going to use, um, people that we didn't use last time, we didn't use old Luke, and we didn't use these four right here, mainly because when I did that stream a while ago, the trilogy wasn't complete, and I hated these two. Um, Still kind of hate Rey, but Kylo's pretty cool. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all the Sith right, but I'm gonna rank them based on how powerful they are in the Force, and then how powerful they are in lightsaber dueling, and then do it with all that together. Then I'll do the same thing with the Jedi, and then I'll just do an in general list with all of them together, taking in all of it. So I guess for our first Sith we have Kylo Ren. The um the midichlorian count, it's weird. There's a lot of websites that say a lot of different things. So after going on the website, um, like on multiple websites, I've kind of taken what most of it say it actually is. So in terms of the Force, Kylo Ren is actually really powerful. Without saying any spoilers, he's not like a Mary Sue at all. So he's powerful and he's earned it. Um, Compared to these two, I mean Grievous has no. We'll just put him there. He's got none. Um, the only people on this list that really um, would be better at him in terms of force are Palpatine and Darth Vader. Uh, Surprisingly, after doing research, Maul is actually just not that strong in general, which is a bit disappointing. He's still cool, and I still think he's I still think he's cool, but he's honestly actually not that strong, which is a bit disappointing. Um, so definitely Maul's not any better. Um, he's not better than Dooku, but in terms of the Force, I believe Dooku is stronger than what's his face? This guy right here, Darth Maul. So we're not even comparing him to these two. Yeah, these two are easy, man. Um, it would go him. Um, for Force, these if you don't know who these are, this is the bottom one at number 7 is Darth Maul's brother. He was really nothing special. Yeah, in the animated series, his big thing was that he was just really strong, and that was literally it. Asajj Ventress was a little more petite and used 2 lightsabers. Um, but she was just an apprentice. She was nothing special at all. So I don't think it's much a surprise to anyone that they are down here. Am I still alive? Yeah, I'm still alive. That's epic, man. Okay. Um. Hmm. So Darth Maul number 5 for Force. Now to be fair, I'd probably put him like somewhere in between both him and Dooku because they're actually really close. So I mean, I put him at number 5, but don't take it sourly because Darth Maul in reality would be more somewhere like right in the middle of here or like upper 4. Um, yeah, he's definitely not stronger than Palpatine, and he's definitely not stronger in the Force than Darth Vader. He's actually the chosen one. Um, so put him at number 3, which honestly, if I had done this kind of list like back when I did the initial one, I definitely wouldn't have put him up that high just because I kind of had a vendetta for his character. But it's explained that he's really strong in the Force. And then actually, you can mock my words on this. It was a line in the prequels. I forgot if I don't know if I don't remember if it was the third film or not, but it was a line in the prequels where Sidious he was talking to somebody and he was talking about how I think it was the in the fight with black guy. What's his name, dude? Samuel L. Jackson. I keep wanting to say Darth Maul, but that's literally not his name. Mace Windu. It was in his fight with Mace Windu, I believe, that he said that Darth Vader will become stronger than any of us. Um, and when Darth Vader was a baby, he had more midichlorians than Yoda. And I mean, this kid was literally born from the Force, so I don't think it's really a surprise that he's number 1. Because not even Palpatine was born from the Force. Like that's just pure raw energy right there. Um, yeah, so that's where I would put him for Force right there. Number 1, Darth Vader, easily the chosen one. I mean, like that's an easy one. Emperor Palpatine, I believe his midichlorian count was around 20,000. Darth Vader was 27 at his peak. Kylo Ren is 13,500. Maul is 10,000. I believe Count Dooku. I'm pretty sure Count Dooku was like right above Darth Maul, if not the exact same. Um, Asajj Ventress, I don't know particularly, but I do remember for a fact that she's not stronger than any of these ones. Same with him; he's not stronger than any of these ones, and General Grievous has no Force abilities. So instead of pressing reset, I'm just gonna put these back down because I press reset. It's not gonna save like the number thing. That's the one problem with this. Please move, please, please move, please, please, please move. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to do the Sith, but in terms of a lightsaber technique and their ability with a lightsaber, which I feel like this might be a little unpopular. But I know for at least for me, this is going to be a lot easier for me if it was just purely lightsaber. So I would still put General Grievous at the bottom because he's going up against Sith Lords, and we haven't really ever seen a Sith Lord lose his composure, and General Grievous literally needs that. That's like the one thing that lets him have an advantage. Um, well, okay, that's not really fair because that's for Force, so put him there, her there, because he's definitely better than these two. Um, take him down. I don't think he would win against Kylo Ren, honestly. Considering he was taught by old Luke. Um, so I think I would put him at number 5 because I really do believe that he would beat all of these guys. just from his Jedi training. Um, let's see. I would put then I'd put Maul, and then I'd put Dooku. I feel like this should be self-explanatory. If you don't think that Maul would be Darth Vader, then you just need to read the comics. When Darth Vader was still just even a Padawan, he made a like these training droids. He asked Master Obi-Wan like everything that about uh, Darth Maul's technique. So basically, when Darth Vader was just a little Padawan, he would fight against Darth Maul in like a training droid version, and he would beat the shit out of it every single time. Like Darth Maul, the training droid didn't stand a chance, and it was literally Darth Maul, but like a training droid. So, and that's when he was a Padawan, man. He wasn't even a knight. He was like 13, I think. So Darth Maul does not stand a chance. Dooku didn't stand a chance. Like after he just let into anger a little bit, he destroyed him. So definitely wouldn't if it was Darth Vader. Um, didn't actually know this until I did some research. Emperor Palpatine was considered the best lightsaber dueling Sith. He mastered literally every single one. He was an absolute master at all of them. Um, yeah, so this is my list. Number one for Palpatine, because I mean he mastered all seven. Number two, just because he could definitely beat these guys. That's obvious. I mean, and he beat Darth Maul when he was a Padawan, and there's also a comic where he beat like an actual Darth Maul, like the actual Darth Maul. If you still don't think that that gives it merit, there's a comic where he literally fought Darth Maul and beat him. He beat Count Dooku, and he gave into his rage a little bit, so Count Dooku doesn't stand a chance. Um, yeah, that's my list for just lightsabers. I mean, okay, I think for General Grievous, I could probably put him. I would put him up here, like at par with Kylo Ren. I feel like if they were to fight, it would just be like a 50-50 every time. So putting that all together, we'll start with Palpatine, the master of all seven lightsaber forms, but does not have the highest midichlorian count. Um, We'll just start low. I don't want to start with Palpatine. Starting with people that would start at the top is kind of difficult. So we'll start with these guys. They're both unimpressive with that, and I already said that they wouldn't beat General Grievous, so it's going to be the same thing with these guys. Actually, no, I would put him at top, honestly, taking them both into account. Uh, so this is where I think some people just wouldn't like the list. So, because with Kylo Ren, my opinion has changed on him. And he is actually like low key a goat. I don't really appreciate what like his character was. I wish there was more of it, but he is a low key goat. So so in this case, it's mainly like force abilities is what's going to be carrying him for the most part. He's subpar with a lightsaber. He was taught by Master Luke, but didn't complete his training. So he's good. Like the first form you learn is Form 1. So that's his form. I'm not going to say he's a master, but I would dare say that he has nearly perfected Form 1, but it's the most basic and predictable. That being said, because he didn't finish his training, with that his understanding of Form 1 and his like incomplete training, he can do some unorthodox things, and it wasn't uncommon for Jedi or Sith to use a combination of lightsaber techniques or just all together to start like swinging randomly to try to just like take them off to put them off guard. So for that, and with his Force abilities, the guy's got higher than every single one except for him and him. So his big thing that is shown a lot is his ability to freeze his enemies in place, and he can drag them towards him. So what I'm thinking here is Darth Maul's like, because honestly, Darth Maul would get destroyed by Kylo Ren. I'm just gonna level with you. If it came to Force, Darth Maul does not stand a chance because Darth Maul isn't a fan of Force abilities. He likes to get up close and personal, and that's one thing he's not going to be able to do with any of these guys besides maybe him. So, Darth Maul's like, "Ah, I hate you," and he charges at Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren force freezes him, picks him up, and then slowly drags him towards Kylo Ren, and then he just pokes his lightsaber through him. So Darth Maul does not stand a chance against him. Um, with Dooku, I would say the exact same thing. I'd say the exact same thing. Um, well, okay. No, because it's Count Dooku, but he didn't really have any memorable force abilities that he used. The only really thing that he used was lightning, and that can only work so far. And I put him here because he normally doesn't use any force abilities at all. And with a person that has such a high midichlorian count, they're going to rely on their force abilities. So these two guys don't really do anything. He definitely would not beat Darth Vader. I think that's self-explanatory. He would definitely not beat Emperor Palpatine. I would like to think that's also self-explanatory. Um, if I would have to explain it, though, um, Darth Vader uses the Force, so does Emperor Palpatine. They wouldn't give Kylo Ren a chance to use Force Freeze at all. Not to mention, I don't really like. So putting personal feelings into it, Kylo Ren, if you haven't guessed, isn't really actually a full blown Sith. So he's not really a man of composure necessarily, right? And Darth Vader is like Kylo Ren's grandpappy, and Kylo Ren idolizes the guy. So I feel like if Darth Vader in the flesh came to him, he would be shaken, and he really couldn't even use his Force abilities. So I would definitely put him right there. For this one, this one is kind of. I think it could only really go one way, but honestly, I totally understand if people disagree. But I just can't. This like the way I think it would go is the way I think it would go. So in terms of force, midichlorian, it's pretty clear. I made that clear in the first listing. Darth Vader is clearly stronger, right? But then you bring up the fact that it's like, well, what about Emperor Palpatine? You know, using, being a master of all seven lightning forms, or not lightning forms. Sorry, lightsaber forms. He could just destroy Darth Vader, which isn't true. Emperor Palpatine was a cocky guy. He thought that lightsabers were a joke, so if he could honestly help it, he wouldn't use lightsabers in the first place. And Emperor Palpatine, I mean, we've all seen the the Empire. Is it called Empire? No, Return of the Jedi. We've all seen Return of the Jedi. If you haven't, maybe don't listen to this part. But I feel like even if you haven't, it's pretty well known what happens. Um, so basically, my point here is that Emperor Palpatine probably wouldn't even try to use the lightsaber just because he's so cocky, and this is proven in Return of the Jedi, where he doesn't even see Darth Vader like about to betray him. He doesn't see it at all. You know what I mean? So if Darth Vader was like, "Hello," he'd be like, "Hello," and it's like, "I'm going to kill you," and Emperor Palpatine would definitely be like, "Give it a try," and use his lightning. But you'd probably think, well, his lightning would kill him, right? Darth Vader's super weak to lightning, which also is true, but doesn't really give Emperor Palpatine any more merit. If you think about it, right? Darth Vader let go of his rage. You know what I mean? And he still lived without using rage to keep him alive. Like the man literally let himself die because he was at peace. If Darth Maul can survive being cut in half, then Darth Vader can survive slightly more lethal lightning if he just never let go of his rage. I mean, the guy literally uses an ability of the Force called Rage Focus, where he uses his rage to his advantage. Truthfully, it wouldn't do shit to Darth Vader. Um, and when it comes to, let's say they do get to close quarters, this brings me back to the fight with Darth Vader and Maul. Darth Vader literally impaled himself on his own sword just to kill Darth Maul. So if they got to close quarters, Darth Vader could just do the exact same thing. And again, if the man can survive being impaled by a sword right through the chest, he can survive lightning by using rage focusing. And not to mention, while his suit did hamper his abilities to lightsaber duel because it made him slower, it didn't actually really. He used Form 4, which with his suit, Form 4 actually goes with like a more kind of, it just helps him really. It's not even really like a, what would you call it? It doesn't really hamper him at all. It doesn't hamper, and with I think it's rage focusing as well as the Force ability that he can use to make himself more flexible. So in reality, his suit, if he just uses the Force, which I mean, if you have the highest midichlorian count in the universe, you're going to use the Force. It doesn't affect him at all. So I would put Emperor Palpatine at number 2 and Darth Vader at number 1. And this would be just a random comment. Darth Vader is literally the GOAT. He is unbeatable. I'm spitting facts. If you disagree, you're just wrong. And I live by that. There's no way you can possibly change my opinion. I swear to God, he is the GOAT, and he has earned it. So now doing that, I'm going to do Jedi. And I don't think I actually have 8 Jedi. So I think I only have 6, actually. Let me count. Yeah, I've only got 6. Okay, all right. This will be to put the okay. So this is Darth Vader, right? That's Anakin Skywalker. So when we're comparing, we're not gonna say what if Anakin Skywalker used his rage, right? We're just because we're gonna keep it as Anakin Skywalker. It's the good guy Anakin Skywalker who wouldn't, use his rage if he was in a duel, you know, without like trash talking, right? He only used his rage with the fight with Count Dooku because Count Dooku was like, "Oh, pussy," you know what I mean? And also he kind of like did like just fucked his master like right in front of him, so he was a little pissed off. But if we're just gonna put two people in front of each other, with no context, Anakin wouldn't use his rage, so we're not gonna use like him using the dark side as a factor. So I think this unfortunately goes without saying. Now I do want to preface this that although these guys are going, some of these guys are going to be down like low in the list. Like there's still like a lot of Jedi and there's still like a lot of Sith, but these guys are like the top 8 or top 6 of them. But I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. We'll do Force. We'll do Force first. Yeah, we'll do Force first. Okay, so for number 6, this is easy. As much as I love Obi-Wan, he was nothing special. He was literally nothing special, which is unfortunate. He beat Darth Maul, sure, only because Darth Maul was getting cocky. Sure, he beat General Grievous, but like because he was General Grievous's literal counterpart. It just so happens that the form that could destroy Grievous was the one that Obi-Wan was the best at. So it's really just like a happy coincidence, not that he's a really powerful Jedi. Number 2, let's see. I'm not gonna get into spoilers again with Rey. So I'm not going to explain where I put her, but if you've watched the movies, then you know why I put her up high. This is Force, by the way. Yeah, next one would be Mace Windu. I don't know if Luke has more midichlorians than Yoda. I don't think it's ever been said. I'm going to assume not. So I'm gonna. Well, okay. He doesn't. I don't. I'm gonna say he doesn't. No, I am right because the Skywalkers have been proven with him to be strong with the Force. So we're just going to assume. With these two, I mean, he's the chosen one. So easy list, easy list. And I think what we're just gonna do is because they're up here, I don't want to put him back down. We'll just rearrange it again. Am I still live, man? Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. All right, cool. All right. So, oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is next is lightsaber. We're gonna do. He stays where he is. Nah, nah. She goes way down there. Then it's him. Mm. For lightsaber, definitely. Then him. Yoda isn't really that strong, but I think he could honestly clap these guys. So, ooh. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with this. Yeah. So this is the list for lightsaber, and you know what? Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with that. I'm satisfied. Yeah. Okay. So then, okay, now putting that all together, Anakin stays where he is. Well, no, he's not. If he maybe gave into to anger, but we're not using that as a factor, so he'll go down one. Yoda will go up one, just because putting both factors together, Yoda incredibly strong with the Force and being pretty good with a lightsaber. Well, so this is something weird, is that he is better than Anakin in terms of lightsaber dueling, but Anakin absolutely destroys Mace Windu when it comes to midichlorian count. So I think what we'll do with here is we'll say that they would be basically tied. We'll put them both at 2, but we're just gonna pretend that this isn't in use. Well, I guess we can, and yeah, put him at 3, and then put Ray right under him. But these are really close. These are really close. Uh, yeah. Okay. And then I guess we'll do one more with all of them. And this is just going to be a quick one because I just wanted to do this stream to get my opinion out here, and I just really wanted to do this for my own sake. Because for a lot of these characters, my opinion has changed a lot. So putting that all together, factoring in both force and lightsaber ability, this will be pretty easy. Huh? Uh. Uh. Then I'm gonna say for force ability. And lights. These two are hard, man. These two are always gonna be hard. Oh, this. I guess we'll just consider this my absolute final listing in what I think of all of these characters. So we're gonna put him at 4. Oh boy, I've got more than I actually can do. How many do I have? Wait, okay, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I need 6 more, man. Jesus. All right, let's get 6 more. So it'll be 14 in total, I believe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. All right, cool. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So let's do it this way then. Anna? 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 Uh, okay. And we're looking at this, and we're gonna say Count Dooku next, because as much as this kind of does suck, but this is also why I'm just going purely off the midichlorian count. If you don't think it's fair, I didn't really think it would be either. I would think using their like the I would think that they would need to be trained, right? Which unfortunately just isn't true. God, I hate this, man. I hate this. I don't even use Norden. I don't even use Norden, dude. Um, but definitely, I would say just because, like, okay, so Rey uses a mind trick, but she never got any Force training, so it's like there's no point in assuming that they need Force training, which is what I did in the first list, which is why I wanted to do another one. It's just because apparently Force training doesn't matter anymore, so we're just gonna go purely off of their count. So I would put her there in that case, but I'm just not gonna do that because she's really high. Yep. Let's go for number 8. I don't know if I like that though. Could... No, we're definitely gonna go. Uh, 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 no, we're gonna yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go boom, boom. Okay, so we've got these left. I feel like it would honestly. I feel like so I'm using old Luke just because the midichlorian count, but I feel like if we take with Palpatine, I think it's kind of obvious that the age is doesn't matter for lightsaber dueling, and I really feel like he could be all the ones there, but then he couldn't. Nah, I feel like he could beat Mace Windu, honestly. Put him up there. Then Yoda. Please. Then Yoda. Then we're going to go Anakin, of course, because he's not using the dark. Okay, wait. No, yeah. I forgot not using the dark side. So we'll put him up there. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And of course, we've already done this with Emperor Palpatine. Definitely put him up there. Put him all the way up there. Okay, so this is my final list for all the characters. I've done every single thing, every single variable that I can really think of fairly and understandingly. My general consensus: Palpatine is extremely strong, which is unfortunate. Kylo Ren is slept on. I love him. He's great. He's also extremely powerful in the Force, but just sucks with lightsabers, which is purely why he's number 7. Um, yeah, general consensus: Vader is the goat. Emperor Palpatine is always strong. You can't disagree with me, or you're wrong. That's just how it is. Sorry about it. Um, Darth Maul. Unfortunately, I love him to death, but I don't want to say he's overrated because I love the guy so much. But definitely, people give him more credit than he deserves. Unfortunately, he's really cool. He's really powerful. But if you really just think about it and do research about these characters that I'm using, he doesn't really stand a chance. Um, I mean, I guess for this one, you can also put him up there, a tie. Put these guys as a tie. I can definitely see that if you really want. Yeah, we'll just put them as a tie because it could honestly go 50-50 with that. Anyways, that is my list. I will probably not do another one of these for forever. I'm thinking of doing another list with Old Republic ones. Old Republic, mainly Sith. Old Republic Jedi's are kind of boring. So I think I'll do one mainly with just Old Republic Siths. The problem with that is that when it comes to ranking Old Republic Siths, if you read books, it's kind of just like X person was extremely powerful in the Force and was a great lightsaber duelist, and that's really about it. And it's just kind of like great, you know what I mean? That's cool, powerful character. The problem is with almost every single Old Republic Sith, that's their description. They were extremely powerful in the Force and using a lightsaber. At least the popular ones that would be fun to actually rank, which kind of sucks. I'll probably have to find a different way to do them somehow, but that would just make it tedious. And then it's kind of like if it's. I feel like the way I've done it, it kind of it gives the list merit, and I feel like it's kind of in the sense that it's like this list proves that Darth Vader is the goat, definitely. And I feel like if I did this style list with Old Republic, it's not really genuine because it's just me pulling shit out of my ass, and it would just come down to like who I like. You know what I mean? Anyways, that is my list. Enjoy it, or you're really gay and dumb and stupid. Thank you for everybody who watched. I didn't get to check, so I'm sorry. Goodbye.